What's good? What's good? Damn, it's been like a week since I was last on the camera. I got sick. I don't know if I got the flu or what. I ended up getting a sore throat. Feeling a little bit better, so we're gonna start back where we left off from. It's a week. Gonna upload twice a week. That didn't happen, of course. I got that week off. So obviously I got sick and stuff like that. But anyways, here to talk about the story. I was approximately 9 years old. Between 9 and 10 years old. Encountered something in my room when I was 9 years old, back in the year of 2009. I think I'm gonna put this somewhere else. Like I was saying, and just really quickly, for anybody that gets scared easily, or anybody that doesn't like hearing things like this because they end up getting nightmares or something like that at night, or they could swear they get sleep paralysis and all that, click out of the video. Obviously, I'm not trying to do it with that intention. I'm not here to bullshit anybody. This is something that happened when I was a kid, something that I remember vividly. To this day, I just don't understand, and I'm gonna go ahead and explain what happened. So they'll start with something like this. It's like the title says. I could have sworn, you know, I saw the king of pop behind me. And I know this may seem a little funny, this may seem a little off, but back in 2009, you know, he had passed away. And I was one of those kids that believed that I was one to show respect for somebody when they passed away, whether it was a soccer player, a football player, whether the person was a rapper, an artist of some sort. I felt like it was respectful to go and watch any videos that they may have, or anything that was put up. Just go back and review their lifeline, you know, their timeline. Think that by doing that after they passed away was some sort of like showing respect. But we hear this a lot in the Hispanic culture, where you're not supposed to listen to any music of anybody that has passed away, or any shows that have to do with anybody who had passed away, because technically you're not letting them rest in peace. There's a good and then there's an evil. There's evil. Evil exists out there. But I always believed in like ghosts and spirits and demonic things, you know, demons and things like that. I don't believe in them. I know they exist. There's a difference. It is not a belief that I have, but something that I know exists. So this happened back in 2009. I don't remember what month it was. I just remember that, you know, it was a sunny day. It was a Sunday afternoon. We had just gotten out of church. We went to Walmart, went to go buy some groceries, things like that for the week. Like we would always do every Sunday. We would go to church, after church, go to Walmart, buy groceries, things like that, get everything ready for the week. Yeah, it was around that time when Michael Jackson had passed away. It was around that time. I don't know why. I was just a kid. I was 9 years old. We were at the store, and we had a computer. Obviously, we had a desktop. I would always look things up. You know, when you're a kid, you like going on videos, things that frighten you. Pop-up videos were the huge thing back in 2009. Well, as kids, we loved to get scared. We would always go on the computer and look up pop-up videos or things like that. And I would always go on there, and I would always see so-and-so's ghost was caught on tape. And it would show a bunch of videos, conspiracy videos. Reality, it could have just been a smidge on the camera, or something just flew right by and people thought it was like a spirit or a ghost or whatever. I remember I had seen that there was a video that surfaced. If you guys don't know, there was a video that surfaced of a reporter going to Neverland, where Michael Jackson lived.
All right, Larry, we're inside Michael Jackson's bedroom suite with Miko Brando, our tour guide here, and you're looking at the doors, and you can see the locks on the doors. Miko, privacy was key in this room, obviously.
Yeah, he liked his privacy. When the doors were open, you know, it was okay, but when he locked, he wanted his privacy. He had his privacy.
This is one of the bathrooms.
So it shows where there was something there that had walked right by, that flew right by, that ran across, I don't know what it was, from room to room. Obviously things like that would freak me out. I was so scared after watching that video. I didn't have nightmares or anything like that. He was the only celebrity slash dead person that I was always like scared of. Well, no idea why. Anyways, moving on. That was like 2 or 3 days prior to that Sunday that I'm about to explain to you guys. We had gone to the store. I remember I was walking around the aisle of all the DVDs and all that stuff where I came across the Michael Jackson CD. So that CD, I'm not sure if it had recently came out or if it was just something. I'm not sure, but I remember I saw that CD and I went up to my brother and I said, "You think if I tell my dad to buy this from you think he'll do it?" "I don't know, why don't you go ahead and try it out? I might get this game over here. So if I buy this game, you being the brother, the sibling, the younger one, you know, I assume he's gonna buy you something too, as long as it's around the same price range." I'm gonna go ahead and ask him. He took the game, I took the CD over to him. He said, "Okay, that's fine, I'll buy it for you guys." Cool. Checked out, everything was good. Went home, was excited. I was like, you know what, this guy's my guy. I love his music. I was just a bandwagon. Knew about him, obviously growing up and things like that. You hear names of celebrities being thrown out there, interviews, movies, blah blah blah. I'm showing respect by going up to my room and listening to his music. Plug the CD in, and back then we had that PlayStation, the PlayStation 2 console system, and I'm gonna go ahead and play it as loud as I can. I feel like I'm showing respect by doing it this way, right? Obviously I was just a kid. I didn't have any bad intention by doing that. I wasn't trying to sing over the song or cuss at it or anything like that. I had the intention of doing it because I thought it was respectful. And my brother was outside in the backyard. He's playing around with the soccer ball, and I remember he was just shooting around. And so I'm in the second floor, right? I'm in my room. The TV that I had was one of those box TVs, obviously the old TVs that everybody knows about. I remember I turned it all the way up. Forgot what song was playing. I think I was just listening to all the songs in that CD. All the songs were on there. I was playing this specific song for such a long time. On repeat. And I took the CD, the case of the CD. I took out the manual and I was just scrolling through it, right? I was just saying, okay, what kind of stuff was in here? Maybe there's like a poster on there or something that I could just, you know, hang up in my room, something like that. I'm just getting the chills just talking about this. Took the paper out. I was scrolling through it to see what songs were on there and things like that. I said, F it. Interested for a little bit. I was interested for a little bit. Put it back into the CD case. I said, cool. There was a window right behind me. There's only one window in my room. There's a door. The door was right here. The window was right behind me. In front of that window was the vacuum. My bed was over here. The vacuum was over there. The only thing on top of that vacuum, I would use it like a hook. I would use it as like a jacket hook or whatever you call that. I had put my sweater on top of there. I left it there. That was the only thing on there. Mind you, a vacuum is not that tall. A vacuum could possibly maybe be like 3.5 feet tall, 4 feet, whatever. So I take the CD case and I go like this, face it towards me, and towards me, the reflection of the sun was behind me. The one thing that I saw that I will never forget to this day is I saw him next to my window with one arm out, his head tilted down, with a hat going like this. 3 seconds, I stared at him. He did not move. Freaked out, ran out of the room, went to my brother's room that was right across. I don't remember my brother being in his room. I remember him outside playing soccer. Sprinted right out, went over to my brother and I said, he's over there. Help me, dude, I'm scared. He gets up. My room was closed. The door was closed. It was closed shut, and I didn't have a lock on it. It was one of those doors that just had the knob and didn't have the lock on there. Just know when you're scared, or if you remember when you were a kid, you saw something that freaked you out, you ran out, you would run out. You didn't care about what you left behind. You didn't care about anything, let alone running out, closing the damn door. You're just gonna sprint out. Sprinted out. The door was closed. Walks over there, opens it up. I'm scared that this thing that I saw was just gonna be standing right there. The only thing he walked into, my sweater on the floor, and it wasn't hung on top of the vacuum anymore. It was on the floor. Now, why you're freaking out? What's going on? To this day, I don't know what had happened. I talked about it a million times. Talked to my friends about it. You know, they just thought that it was like a simple story that I was just trying to make up to scare them. Eventually, throughout the years, started to believe it because the story all wrapped up the same. And ever since then, I can't listen to any of his music. Not like I'm gonna freak out and just sit there and be like, oh, if I'm in the car. No, obviously I can withstand hearing people. Not a lot of people will believe you when you say, hey, I saw the king of pop behind me, you know, as a kid. I will be 30. I will be 40 years old, eventually get to 50 if God permits me to get to that point, and continue to talk about it. You know, there's things that happen to you as a child that growing up leaves you confused. You know, there's things that when you're a kid, you see something, you want to go and tell somebody, but no one's gonna believe you, everyone's gonna laugh at you, you know. But hopefully I didn't make this video too long, but yeah, there's a little story time. If you've experienced something like this, just know that the mind's really powerful. I've always been told, even as a kid, it's not a good idea to play with mirrors. It's not a good idea to sit in one room and turn on candles and try to invite something that is not welcome into your home. You know, these things do exist. Don't take anything for granted. Don't ever try to invite evil into your life. Things do happen. Yeah, well, there's that. Anyways, if you guys got all the way to the end, thank you so much. Smash the like button. Eventually I'll do a little bit more stories like that, and a lot of things that have happened to me as a kid. Thank you so much. Smash the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. And yeah, I'll do more of these in the future.